Hey, what's going on, guys? I got some PO battles for you people to watch today. One of them is pretty goddamn entertaining, and the other one is even more goddamn entertaining. So, if you guys just sit back and relax and enjoy some Mega Man 2 music and Pokemon battles, I think I've got a good video for you. So, they happened today. All these are like, God, they're just terrible. I went through and was like, I'm gonna see what I should put up, but pretty much every one of these battles sucked. It was either me getting smashed or me, like, making a guy forfeit. So, if you guys play OU a lot, you get really pissed off because there's nothing but rain teams. So before this goes any further, can I pause it? Is it gonna let me pause? Okay, fantastic. So, yeah, here's the rain team that I had to fight. Wasn't very happy about seeing a fucking rain team, because rain teams are just bullcrap. Like, rain is so broken. I know there's gonna be one guy, well, first of all, if you're the one guy that comments, thank you. But there's gonna be somebody thinking, well, why don't you make an anti-weather team? Well, because I don't want a Venusaur and a Kingdra and all these anti-rain Pokemon on a team. I just want to make a team and play. So I added Banded Tekloom to my team. Actually, I'll just show you guys my team after the battles. So if you guys like my team, you can use it. If not, that's fine. No biggie, so let's get right to it. So he leads off with his Politoed. Big fucking surprise. And I get really pissed off right now because I should have made my Magnezone modest. Because if I would have, then I could have KO'd this thing in the rain. But instead, I end up having to settle for a 2-hit KO. But then I find out that this shit is not even a 2-hit KO. Now, he misses the Leech Seed, does not really matter. Because, yeah, it just doesn't. But look, I could have KO'd this thing in the rain. I'm sure if I had max damage roll, that would have also helped. So, here comes the Leech Seed stall. I'm like, I can kill this thing if I hit it. But I forget that it's going to have Protect, so it's going to sit here and try and stall me out. And I'm getting really pissed. But the good news is it can't switch, so that's no problem. But I end up getting down to about 36% or something because of this thing, or lower. I get to a pretty damn low HP, and I'm like, fuck this, dude. This thing is really stupid. Yeah, so it finally goes down. Look at that, 27%. That blows. But it didn't set up hazards on me. So I was totally fine with this. So I go for the Hidden Power because I'm kind of just stuck. I could have switched into my Golurk predicting the Drain Punch, but I didn't want it to set up a Swords Dance, so, or a sub, because even if I had switched in, look at how much this does. This isn't even set up, it's not Life Orb. Is it? No, it's not even Life Orb. Now just look at the damage this fucking thing does. Here, I'll speed this up. 49%. Okay? So if he would have got, like, a crit, I would have just died. Anyway, I've got my Golurk in. Golurk is really good in OU. People just don't believe it. So I predict him to set up Toxic Spikes and Earthquake, and I get popped. So right here I'm like, he's not, yeah, he surfs. So that really blows. At this point, I'm really scared if this is a Calm Mind Latias, because if it sets up a Calm Mind on my ass, I'm gonna be in deep shit. So I sent him my Gastrodon. I'm like, well, if it's locked into Surf, that's perfect, because he'll have to switch out. But playing it safe, just in case he's not, I am gonna go for the Ice Beam. And I find out that, that bluff. I'm like, okay, he's gotta be choiced if he switched out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and KO his Tentacruel as it goes for Toxic Spikes, because I carry Earthquake. And I don't know if he thought I was locked in to Scald or what, or if he thought I was going to switch. But if you guys look at my team, I don't have anything I want to switch into this Tentacruel. So he's going to sit here and Protect. I'm just going to keep going for Scalds and Earthquakes, kind of back and forth. he's setting up toxic spikes. He really thinks I want to switch out. So I'm hoping, I'm like, man, I could really use a burn right now. I've used Scald 1, 2, well, technically twice that has hit. And I have not gotten a burn yet. So I'm getting a little frustrated. I'm not banking on hacks, but I need residual damage to wear down this Tentacruel. Otherwise it will protect stall me all day, not scald me. Boy, if it had Scald or something and used it, that would have been fantastic. So he's just going to keep setting up toxic spikes, and he's at the point to where he cannot set up any more toxic spikes. And I finally, on my third landing Scald, get a burn, which is great because now his Black Sludge is not going to help him. But he predicts me to go for Earthquake right here, and I'm like, wow, okay, we're going to be like that. But I'm going to stay in and go for Ice Beam. Now, I thought at this point that this Latias was choice locked. I find out it's not. But I realized that if I switch out, I am going to be in a world of hurt. So I'm like, well, I've got my Roaring Heatran, but I really don't want to switch and have him predict it and go for something and 2-hit KO my Heatran that doesn't outspeed. Now right here, hold on. This happens, and yeah, that's right, I get a crit. This is why you don't get greedy, people. 1, 2, 3 Calm Minds. What was the point? He outsped everything on my team at this point. And I'm pretty certain he 2-hit KO'd everything on my team. Why would you keep going for it? So, sends in his Thunderous, and I'm like, well, I really do not care at this point. And that, I said finally, I knew I was going to crit that thing. There was no way. So I go for Ice Beam, and that's an easy-ass 2-hit KO on this thing. He's like, mad. Here's the deal, dude. If you're gonna be going for Calm Minds, don't get greedy. Set up 2. If you get 2 free Calm Minds, I tell him right here, never get greedy. So he starts going for Rapid Spin. I'm guessing he's just like that butthurt that all just happened. I really don't care. He gets hurt by his burn. He just keeps Rapid Spinning. I don't know if he thought I might switch out or he just was that mad, but it's fine. You know, that's why we don't do stupid things like that. So he Toxics me, and I'm like, I don't care. I'm just gonna keep going for it. And he actually gets burned right here, so that felt nice. And then he forfeit because I don't know. I guess pure frustration settled in, but like looking at my team, okay, I did not have Stealth Rocks up. So if he didn't have HP Grass, he couldn't have killed me, which I'm guessing he had Scald, Toxic, Protect, and Focus Blast. Because I believe, yeah, he missed. Yeah, he did not have HP Grass. So I probably would have switched out to my Fortress, set up Rocks, set up nothing else really, and just gone for Gyro Ball till my Fortress died. Then brought my Gastrodon back in, started spamming Ice Beam. He could not one-hit KO my Gastrodon unless he had HP Grass, which is not common on Thunderous T. So that was kind of a nice win. Dude, I called that crit. That's the whole reason I said, fine, I'm gonna get a crit. Every turn, I was like, I am gonna get a crit. There was no way I was not gonna get a crit. Alright, this battle, dude, good lord. The fact that what happens in this battle is ridiculous. And as I was bitching, it is another rain team with a Whimsicott, the biggest troll in all of Pokemon next to Sableye, a Toxicroak, which is dangerous, Politoed, Tornadus, Ferrothorn, and Starmie. Like, that is a lot of threats. So let's get into it. There we go. I sent out my Magnezone because nothing really wants to take anything from this thing. Now, I predict him to predict my Volt Switch, and his Ferrothorn gets popped on turn 2. That is great. That is a huge goddamn problem out of my way. Now, he comes in and sets up a Swords Dance, and I'm like, well, I could 2-hit KO this thing, right? And outspeed because I'm timid. I thought timid Magnezone outsped Jolly, or Adamant Toxicroak. I get smashed. I got smashed. And this thing is life orbed on top of everything. Now, what I think right here is I'm like, well, Golurk's pretty bulky, right? I'll send him in to take the Sucker Punch. No. No. +2 Life Orb Sucker Punch kills me. I send in my Heatran. No. It gets smashed. I'm getting swept right now by this motherfucking Toxicroak. I am bummed at this point. Like, there's nothing I can do. I have been absolutely systematically destroyed because I did not have any clue that my Gastrodon could live this Drain Punch or Ice Punch or whatever he goes for. He goes for Ice Punch and it's still a 2-hit KO, but I Earthquake and it KOs. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna win this with a fucking Gastrodon, a Fortress, and a Magnezone. Give me a break. I've just lost. So I stay in and I go for the Scald. I'm like, dude, it's already lost. Like, fuck it. I'm just gonna keep staying in. So I stay in on the Leech Seed and I believe I go for Recover. Now, this was a little glimmer of hope for me because I'm like, okay, I am now at 87%. I'll switch out into my Breloom. Whatever comes in is gonna get Mach Punched. What ends up happening is he switches into his Tornadus, and I'm like, fuck that, dude. It outspeeds me, and I know for a fact Mach Punch does not one-hit KO. Even Tech Loom does not one-hit KO. So he goes for Hurricane, lands it without rain, mind you. And I'm like, well, I was going to set up my Stealth Rocks and kind of, I don't know, stall around, I guess. It doesn't end up working out that way because he lands another Hurricane outside of rain. And I put, if I was smart, I would have brought in Gastrodon at first. He misses the Hurricane, and I 2-hit KO him with Ice Beam, okay? I'm going to pause that. The fast forward feature on this is really crappy. Hey, stop. I said pause. Good lord. So, he misses this Hurricane. I go for Ice Beam. Now, I do not have rocks. So I tell him, how about you try and make, you know, a weatherless team? It's pretty fun. Weather is cool, but it's broken. Like, certain weather things are just too good. But it's fine. I mean, whatever. Make any team however you want it, as cheap as you want. If you beat me, cool. You know, I'm not one to get mad at losses. But I'm just, you know, suggesting you should try out weatherless, because anyone can make a good rain team. But making a non-weather team is quite a bit harder. So I go for Ice Beam, and at this point right here, I'm like, this thing is fucking specs. It's got HP Grass. I'm gonna get smashed. He goes for Ice Beam, predicting my Breloom switch in. Me, I say fuck it. I stay in and go for Scald. I don't even care at this point. He can't one-hit KO me with anything on his team. Even the Tornadus doesn't one-hit KO, if I remember right. So, he brings in the Tornadus, and I'm like, fuck this. I don't even care, I'm still going for Scald. And it does 48% thanks to his own rain. Hadn't he brought a rain team, that Tornadus would have killed me. He said, well, shit. So, I stay in and keep going for Scald. This thing has nothing to kill me. Well, I go for Earthquake first, because I'm like, oh, he resists Scald, and I'm like, dude, he has nothing to kill me. Starmies normally tend to carry Hydro Pump, Thunderbolt, Rapid Spin, and Recover, which means 2 of his attacking moves cannot even hurt me. So I keep staying in. I'm like, well, he's going to keep going for Hydro, and he keeps boosting my special attack thanks to Gastrodon having Storm Drain. Maying you wipe me. I don't know what that means. So I'm going to stay in, and I'm going to go for Ice Beam. You know why? Because I don't give a shit. Whimsicott doesn't tend to carry Giga Drain. They tend to have Sub, Leech Seed, Protect, anything of that sort. He misses the Leech Seed, I kill him off with Ice Beam. Had he hit that Leech Seed, it would not have mattered at all. My Magnezone, I'm almost certain, outspeeds his Politoed. So he goes for Hydro, I go for Scald, hit 54%. I'm not Leech Seeded because I got a miss on that one. he hydros again. I find out right here that he's scarfed. So, he actually would have outsped my, my Magnezone. But, don't call it a comeback. Gastrodon's been here for years. Plus 4, look at that. I was a 660 special attack. 660. Because this man thought that I was, all pretty much because he thought I was going to switch, and I did not. There was no reason for me to switch. None. So, guys, that is the end of the second battle, and I will open Team Builder and show you guys what I got. So, I got my Tech Loom. It's Tech now. At one point in the battle, I didn't have a Tech Loom. It was a Effect Spore Banded. Got Bullet Speed, Bullet Seed, Mach Punch, Low Sweep, and Stone Edge. Low Sweep's pretty kick-ass. You don't really have to predict around Low Sweep. You can just kind of hit whatever. Got my Heatran. This is standard, especially defensive Heatran. Pretty powerful, honestly. Especially once Fortress gets in and gets some hazards up. You just predict them to bring in their Spinner, bring in your Heatran. Protect, Scout for that. I have my Spin Blocker right here. This Spin Blocker destroys Gliscor, destroys Terrakion, gets its health back on Blissey, and kills other ghost types. You want to talk about a man. Golurk is a man. Okay? And then my Gastrodon, which is Gastrodon, which is actually I kinda like the regular pink one. I don't know, it looks evil. Standard, especially defensive Gastro also. Earthquake, Scald, Ice Beam, and Recover. This destroys Heatran, and Tentacruels. Some people are running especially defensive Tentacruel that I've run into. Kind of a strange set, but... And then of course I got my Specs. Oh, no gender. Okay, Specs, Timid, Magnezone. I'm about ready. I'm gonna switch out to Modest right now. So much power. Yeah, I got Thunderbolt, Hidden Power, Flash Cannon, and Volt Switch. I wish he had better coverage. If I could fit, like, another good move, that'd be great. So, I'm gonna save all. So, thank you guys for watching. It's about 17 minutes. Like and hit it, subscribe and rate it. Let me know what you guys think of my battles, my team. I'm gonna do kind of a question of the day. Do you guys think that rain teams are broken? Because I personally believe they are. I mean, yes, there are counters, but if I have to build a team just to stop one team, that's stupid. Damn it! Stop moving down. Okay, there's me. I'm only 1085. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better in UU's where it's at right now. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more, and peace out.